Hey guys! So I wanted to give you an update on how my high raw journey has been going. Look at this crazy hair today. Like, I still only can do it with one hand, well, like 1.5 kind of. Like, I have this little dinosaur hand that my T-Rex arm. I have to like grab it and twist it and pull it up, but then I can kind of, as I stretch my arm, can grab my clip claw and grab it about here, but it always leaves it crazy. And there's no makeup today because I just don't wear makeup. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to live with me the way I am, a real person. I don't try to glam it up for anybody. So I wanted to give you an update, let you know how my journey's going, slip-ups, cravings. My dog and cat are gonna be making a lot of noise in the background, so they always wait until I make a video. So, how things are going? They're going great. I'm really, look at this. This is the disgusting ball, and this dog wants to play with it. No. All done. No. So, anyway, distractions. I am 9th day raw. So, when I first started this journey, I'd gained all my weight back that I had lost. 2 years it took me to lose this weight and figure out how my body liked to eat and where I felt the best, and I already knew what foods I should stay away from, but it's really hard. So 9th day raw, high raw. I did have at least one cooked, well, kind of, so I buy frozen vegetables, and of course they're blanched. But I buy like the stir fry packs, and then I'll heat them up to thaw them out basically, and then I put a nacho sauce from Lissa's Raw Food Romance. I think it was in her number two book. I'm not real sure. But I bought all her books because they were all on sale, and so it gives me ideas for different kinds of salads and different kinds of meals that maybe I haven't made before. But I made her nacho cheese sauce, and I put that on top, so it wasn't quite raw, but it was still whole food, and it wasn't, you know, cooked to death. So the other thing that I had was we had friends over on the weekend to come watch a movie, and they have a lot of kids. So my husband made hot dogs and mac and cheese, and then we had chips and stuff for them. So she follows, Mandy, quit. She follows Trim Healthy Mama, and she didn't want, I mean, she can have hot dogs, I guess, on certain things, but she's doing a certain phase, and it's just weird, and this is why I just eat raw, because it's just so much easier. She's doing portion control and all of that, but I can't do portion control. So I made one of the recipes that came in, I guess it was in that book that she sent me. It's basically just lentils and spinach, and then you add some seasonings in it. And I didn't think it would taste so good. I mean, I love plain lentils. Like, I could just eat them with salt and pepper. But you throw in spinach, and it is a whole other ball game, and it is so delicious. And I can make it in the Instapot in like 25 minutes. So I made a great big batch of that for her and I to eat so that we could feel like we're eating real food in the midst of all the bad junk that was going through the rest of our families. Don't get me started on the rest of our families. So I did eat that once for a day, but other than that, I've been just raw, high raw. I've used nutritional yeast and spices and stuff like that, but I'm doing really good. I'm really on track. I, however, am having like super cravings, and I haven't felt like the best. I'm like going through this detox where I feel like that moment where you feel like you're gonna get a cold, like you just kind of feel achy. And I know I had shoulder surgery, so like I'm going to feel achy, but this was a different kind of achy, and like back here, like in your throat and nose, like it could develop into something, but it still hasn't. It's just kind of sitting there. And I've just been sleeping a lot, which is good for my shoulder anyway. And I'm craving fat and salt. So I got to tell you this story because this is like real life, and this is why it is so hard. And I get you. I really do. I have a food addiction, cooked food. Like, I could probably get away with the lentils, but now I'm all like, oh my gosh, I've had lentils. I can eat this and this and this, and then I can't. So I'm like, no. But it was it 2 days ago. I was telling my husband days prior that I've been really having these cravings for fat, and I really want like tater tots because they're already fried, and then like I would bake them, but they have a bunch of oil in them, and I love pouring salt on them, and I can eat like an entire bag, I kid you not, of tater tots. And I've been craving those really bad. I've been craving Doritos. Like, we have Cool Ranch Doritos in the house. I've been craving those like crazy. All I can do not to eat them. So what does my husband do? Bless his heart. We already had to talk about this. But him and my son went to our local drive-through, kind of like one of those, like the drive-in type of, I don't know, root beer stand type of things, and picked up burgers and fries for themselves, but didn't eat it there. They came home, even though I told them that there were leftovers of mac and cheese and hot dogs from the other day. They came home with those, and they sat in front of me, and I cried. And I told my husband, I said, how would you like it if you were forced to eat fruits and vegetables? Because that's how I feel with the amount of food allergies I have. In case you haven't watched other videos, I'm not supposed to have it bothers me. It makes me either physically ill or extremely sore or tired or what have you. Gluten, dairy, eggs, and corn. So I'm going to make a corn recipe today, but corn is like one of the least of my worries. And then I have a lot of issues with nuts as well. They cause a lot of inflammation through my gut. And so I'm very sparingly doing those things. Because they are whole foods and I can do them raw, they still bother me. So like once a month or something like that. So I cried, and I'm like, I just told you days ago that I was having cravings for fat and salt. And what do? You bring home fatty, greasy burgers and fries with salt, and then you're eating them in front of me, so I have to smell that. And then I just started this plan to lose my weight. I said, yeah, I can eat all that if you want me to. You want me to be 300 pounds or plus and have all the health issues that my mom and dad do. But like, I'm trying not to be that. And if you want me to be healthy, this is not helping me whatsoever. And I just cried watching them eat it because I was just so upset that he would even bring that in. And he's my biggest sabotager, honestly, of all things. And I said, you went there and ate this because you didn't want to eat leftovers. And I said, then the leftovers were junk. Like, if you can't eat junk food, how do you think it makes me feel when you're eating that stuff in front of me? And so we had a big talk about that, and he promised not to do that anymore. And this is what he's done before when I've been on my plan before, is they will go out to eat by themselves, and they will eat and then come home. So I'm not bothered by that. If he brings something home, he usually calls me ahead of time and asks me, because certain days I have like the willpower of an iron horse, okay? And then other days I have zero. And so there's certain days when I'm just craving a ton of junk, and if he brings junk in, I'm gonna cave. But if he just calls me and says, hey, I'm thinking about bringing this home, like, how's your day going? And so I can let him know. So that's, a tip that maybe you can try with your family too. I'm sorry, I'm starving. I haven't really eaten anything, and this is, oh, that's my straw. I'm like, what is at the bottom? Watermelon, like an entire blender full of watermelon, and probably a third of a watermelon, and 1 cup of strawberries, and it tastes so good. But I've just been busy. I've had to work today at my site, and I just haven't had time to eat it. So here. Oh my goodness. Anyway, melons on their own, don't eat nothing else. So in these 9 days, I struggle so much with inflammation that once I eliminate the food, I'm like, I have lost 10 pounds in 9 days. So I'm happy about that. I've also been trying to walk our country block, which is about 1.9 miles, so almost 2 miles, daily with my husband. But it just kind of is hot and it's rainy, and yeah. So I would say 7 out of the 10 days we went walking a couple miles, but that's all I'm doing. Just eliminating my inflammation foods, and sometimes it's hard to find that. I did do an elimination diet many, many years ago, so I know what my foods are. But that's my update. I'm down 10 pounds, 9 days of mostly high raw, feeling great, having tons of cravings, having detox. So if you're following my journey, then, you know, stay hanging in there with yourself, and you'll get through it. It's just really hard. Try to really talk to your family about different things like that. But meal plan wise, I know I told you in the other video I was going to try to meal plan and buy things. I find that if I try to meal plan too strictly, I can't go with the cravings that I'm going for. Excuse me. So, like today, I really haven't been hungry. I mean, I'm hungry, but like I'm not really hungry, so watermelon was a good choice for me. I am really, really craving onion rings. Greasy, fatty onion rings. However, if you go over to Tannyraws, she has an onion ring recipe. It has corn in it, but I'm gonna eat it anyway because they are freaking delicious. Like, I can't make enough of those, okay? That's how good they are. It uses like corn and flax meal and then some other like spices and stuff in there, and you like dip your onions and oh my God. Like, I could make a boatload and eat them all. So I'm gonna make those, and I'm hoping they're done by dinner time because I don't think I can wait a whole nother day. I might just eat them chewy, I don't know. But it's already like noon, and I don't know that they'll be done, like maybe 6-7 hours. I don't know. But go make some onion rings. Life is awesome. Stay as raw as you can. And let me know if you're having any struggles in the comments below, or if maybe you have any dinner ideas, dinner recipes. The other day I ate a salad for breakfast, and I was like, what am I eating for dinner? But I have a raw mushroom soup recipe that I really love, that I'm going to eat tonight for dinner. Maybe if the onion rings aren't done, or might eat them both together, I don't know. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you on the next video.